Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 16, Week 2. PVC Pipe, Roxyroro, by the way, probably doing live this week. Reedy is here once again. Say hello, Reedy.
How's it going?
And last game we learned that the way that you beat Medusa is probably not by banning out all of her counters and then not picking her. Let's see what happens this time.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Definitely feels like it would not be the worst idea in the world for PVC Pipe to think about picking up the Darkseer over the course of this season. It feels like such a good hero right now.
Yeah, Darkseer seems pretty strong. If anybody's like, I know there's not too many Darkseer players out there, but
yeah,
you're really good.
5 seconds remaining.
I would not pick it against the Cryptic team though, because he's just gonna pick up the Oracle.
Oh, you're gonna ban out the Oracle against the Cryptic. Everybody is going to ban the Oracle against the Cryptic team first phase. Don't even kid yourself.
I thought he got it already this season though.
He did. Awesome. He got it one game. He got the very first game this team played, and ever since then, first phase ban.
Ah, okay, makes sense.
This time, Techie Spirit Breaker going down. Roxyroro gonna knock out Rubik Spectre. I bet you dollars to donuts they're about to first pick Undying.
5 seconds
I couldn't tell you why. Please come back to the mic, Reedy. We can't hear you at all.
Venomancer.
Oh, am I low?
Yeah. Sounded like you'd walked away. They had actually first picked the Venomancer. Which is interesting. Also kind of a deny pick. That's another hero that that's another hero that Pohohoro has been trying to pick up in recent weeks. Rubik Spectre, by the way, knocked out. PVC Pipe is starting out with the Pit Lord this time. Interesting that he's picking himself so early here. You know, 90% of games, Pit Lord is really good, but it's like, do you really want to risk it? Because if he's not good, he doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah, I've seen too many games where he just gets owned in lane. You have like Jug, Ursa, are like notable counters.
Yeah,
against
Jug,
him.
Ursa, I would say Monkey King, he's kind of miserable into the MK because he still takes so much damage from the Jengu.
Yeah, especially with the Dire having 8-pick here, that's a really rough Pit Lord pick.
But it's okay. Dire is going to take a hero that Pit Lord does just fine into inexplicably.
I think it's still a really good matchup for Dusa. Like, she's not really affected by Pit too much because she got the range on him.
Well, she's not affected by the Pit too much, but the passive just turns her into a snake machine for most of the game, and it's much easier to build around her when you basically don't have to care about her right click at all. Because it hurts, the Pit Lord passive, it hurts so much on Medusa. It's like, you lose so much damage output, especially if he picks up the Crimson as well, which, I mean, every Pit Lord is going to pick up a Crimson. I'll let you know this, if you're Pit Lord and you're in a bad Crimson Guard game, you're not in a good Pit Lord game either.
10 seconds remaining.
And he is one of those heroes that is at about equal footing in matchups against Medusa. I think he actually might be like 50.6 win rate against her or something like that. Maybe 50.06 actually, but you know, I think he might actually be slightly positive against her in the new patch. I mean, it just sucks to lane into the into what I like to call Pit Lord gaming. Nobody likes to sit there and last hit with tiny amounts of damage, you know. And you know,
yeah.
a ranged hero.
I think it's gonna be a trade lane more than anything, though. Like, he's gonna nuke the wave, she nukes the wave, which I think Dusa like is fine with more. Like, as long as she's getting farmed, that's all that matters. I guess it depends where this Veno goes too. If this is a 5, the lane might be a little bit more annoying, but if it's a 4, we'll see what they go with as a 5 then.
Picking up Lion here. I assume it's going to be
Hero.
Pit Lord with the Lion, and that's going to be very annoying for the Medusa as well.
Yep. Pretty decent pick against it. Always gotta love a Hex and a Stun as well.
And not going to be too bad against the
10
Venno
seconds
either.
remaining. 5
Assuming he has to go up
seconds
against
remaining.
that, like... Has a lot of that high alpha damage, as we in the business call it. High alpha damage, which is not the most fun thing to go up against when you're a weedy little snake man.
Dire team pick.
Now notice I said weedy and not reedy. If you're a reedy little snake man, I don't know about that, but... Picking up the Pause 4 gyrocopter here, presumably? On this
I would
lineup?
assume so. I don't think it's good as a core. I've seen it play
10
4 though. It's
seconds
pretty
remaining.
decent.
It's been a minute since we've seen all that much of
5
the old
seconds
Pause 4
remaining.
gyrocopter. Very interesting pick here. I mean, that or it's Slim Mickle's going with. That could be funny. But I would not be holding my breath on that one.
Radiant team pick.
Lycan. We're just
I mean,
like,
the hero's-
go on.
I was gonna say that hero's good right now, but personally, I wouldn't put faith in
10
Lycan
seconds
for
remaining.
anybody in this league. To be honest, I think you have to
Yeah.
be pretty high skilled to
5
play
seconds
that.
remaining.
I mean, even beyond that, it is a hero that has some problems with the Pit Lord. Just makes it hard for him to do things. Makes his wolves almost non-entities in fights, which, I mean, it's not like they're doing 1,000,000 damage anyway, but it really cuts down a lot of like
10
what your ult
seconds
is putting
remaining.
out, what you're able to do during it. It basically means that Lycan's job in
5
this game is
seconds
to
remaining.
run away, and that's kind of it. Not the nicest matchup. And if that's a core Jaggercop, that's just another reason that this Pit Lord is going to be a menace to them, like the flak cannon having to take a nice 30% off. Ain't the best thing in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Still got the call
Yeah.
down, but
I think it has to be a
Dire team
4.
ban.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like Lycan. If it's a 3, which I'm assuming it's a 3, I think it's fine. Like mid game, Gyro needs to just rocket one of these 2 supports, and if they don't kill that rocket, like they're gonna
10
die
seconds
to fucking
remaining.
Lycan creeps. Like just Lycan creeps alone, not even him.
5 seconds.
And you don't
remaining.
really want to have to use Pit Lord Pit just to protect your like support that's running
no, no,
away.
I don't think you need the Pit Lord Pit. Again, I think the man himself, just the pass, will do just fine.
Radiant team ban.
They do go with Drow, which I mentioned last game was one of the better carries against the Dusa, but
Still
Again,
not
if it's
positive
like
win
a-
rate on her own, but I think this combination should be fine.
yeah, if this Lycan is a
10
good game
seconds
though, and he
remaining.
can get on top of the Drow, it's gonna
5
be
seconds
rough.
remaining.
The Atrophy Aura, it's going to be, like, you're going to be able to get around the Atrophy Aura with BKB, and you are inevitably going to be building an early BKB, unlike in this game, if you're a sane person. But it's like, every way I look at this, it's like, Atrophy Aura is just annoying for this team to deal with. It's going to hurt them so much in so many fights, especially relatively early. Losing all your right click ain't great, buddy. And so far, it's like Gyrocopter is a call down machine and Shard Missile machine if he's core. He is probably not core, but if he is, he's like kind of out of contention in that capacity. Medusa is a snake machine, and Lycan is a hit R and then run away machine.
He could possibly go eggs and
10
turn
seconds
Dusa
remaining.
into Lycan, which I think could be
Radiant
pretty
team
decent as
pick.
well. But I think it depends on like these last picks here as well.
This is
late game. I still favor Dire right now.
this is
if
God's
this-
gift, a pipe of insight. Holy crap! Look at how much pipe soaks up in this lineup as well. Stack your auras on Pit Lord. Turn your brain
10
off and
seconds
stack your
remaining.
auras. God is almost commanding you to do so with a lineup that looks like
5
this.
seconds remaining.
Wonder what they're gonna pick for Slizzy here. I think doesn't Slizzy play an Ember as well?
Eh. His Ember isn't bad. But OD is what he's gonna come out with. Do I like OD this game? Yeah, I think I'm fine with the OD this game. Zeus hates to lane against this guy. Does not like constantly losing his end. Being able to put somebody in jail could be a pretty good save or a pretty good cock block against that enemy lineup, particularly for the Lycan. Like, you know, Lycan is so very oriented around how he's able to control timing in his fights. If you can just put somebody in jail and just make him sit there and waste 3 seconds, then you're in a very good position. I think I like the OD in this game generally. And of course you also got, he's annoying for the Dusa. Splat is going to be really good here because really you've pretty much got Medusa, 3 really squishy heroes, and 1 guy who's still not all that tough in the Lycan. Like that ult, especially in combination with the Lich ult, you can do a lot of damage with that OD ult this game, I think. It could be pretty killer. It's going to come down to execution, though. I don't think the OD, in and of itself, is, like, enough of a world-changing pick that just picking the OD is going to win you this game. I think it can, but you have to play it pretty well. I think you have to play it pretty well. What do you think?
I am still gonna put my faith in Dire. I just Deuce is like really good right now, and I feel like Radiant has to like put pressure early, and they're semi on a timer. I'm not gonna say like a huge like win or push like 15 minutes or lose, but just basically from these lower MMR games, I've noticed teams that are on a timer tend to have more pressure, and then they don't play correctly, and then basically whatever team just has better late game comes down to that most of the time. So
I do feel like the last patch, and to a degree this patch, has usually been more of an exception to that. In fact, in the last patch, I felt like there were like 3 games that I saw where the later game team actually won. Felt very snowbally. And Snowball is definitely something that has got to be on their minds, though. You are right in the fact that it's like, if these guys don't take advantage of what they've got early, they're screwed. If these guys don't take advantage of what what they've got early, I don't know how much I see the upside in this team, to be honest with you, as a unit. I think if they can't come here early and start messing things up, because I mean they have such a massive advantage. It's like, early fights, Medusa doesn't want to show up. Early fights, Lycan is going to offer literally nothing because, you know, I hate to keep harping on it, but I mean, this. Just this. The, grab you with my crab hand. Lycan is not going to be a presence in early fights, which means basically 100% of their early game damage output is going to come from Missile Calldown, going to come from Zeus, going to come from Venno. Why he called Lion? That's not nice. You can't just ask somebody why they're named Lion. 100% of this team's damage output is going to be magic damage, which is kind of annoying for them because, like, Pit Lord can easily just build a pipe, be totally fine with it, and it's just going to be really useful for them the entire game. Lycan groans at the thought of having to build a pipe, which is why he's not even thinking about defensive items here. He can't really do it, which means that even though the other team is also full of magic damage, well, that's magic damage that they're going to have a much lesser ability to resist. If they can stomp in fights before Medusa comes around, I do think they have a good enough team against her where it's definitely a possibility. And I definitely feel like if they coordinate well, they should have a pretty significant advantage. But, again, that's going to come down to execution.
yeah, I think if lanes go even remotely well for Dire as they did last game, it's gonna be rough. I think they're gonna fall into the same pattern. Like if this Deuce has good lane she's just gonna farm. Eventually, Drow's gonna lose his tower bottom to Lycan. That's just kind of how it goes. Lycan's not gonna want to rotate early either, so he'll be able to pressure tier 2 a little bit. And then you're gonna have Zeus, who can just spam out these mid waves. So I think Radiant's gonna hit a window where they are gonna be really like mid game there. But if they miss their window, I think Dire is has the late game for sure.
Yeah, the thing I've always said is that the way you can always win against an early game team is to win early game, as redundant as that sounds. If the Dire can hold on in the first 20 minutes and not really lose a significant chunk of their map control, not lose a significant chunk of the fights, not fall significantly behind, then yeah, they're easily favored here. But man, it's just, I don't know, it's just so hard to see. Like, the biggest thing in particular, like I said, is just, I don't know, I still very much struggle to see a universe where Lycan just does anything this game. It looks so hard for him. And already he's getting very punished in this double ranged lane. He does get a nice kill on Lich to turn it around, but he's still just sitting there at no HP against a Drow that 5 last hits up on him. Not the best start.
Yeah, he's gonna need some form of regen. Besides like Tangos and Sal's, he needs like a ring or something to keep him in lane.
Okay, we need to take need to look at this one, our instant replay. How does Atreus die so fast? Oh, she just gets very ambitious here with her poke and just gets multi-shot out of existence. And D says, me next. Trying to play into this. Drow drops the funny wolves, but they're not doing enough to dissuade her. Drow even gets one. It's not the happiest time to be a Lycan player in the early.
Yeah, this
Pit Lord
Lich has done a lot more work in the lane than I thought it would.
Pit Lord is indeed going all in on the Pit Lord gaming in this lane, which is not the worst strategy. Lion is going all in on the suck Medusa every time you see her strategy as well. And as a result, she did turn it around there on that specific awkwardly positioned pull wave, but until that point she was looking pretty down compared to Pit Lord. He gets an entire free wave now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There we go. Oh, he even gets the water in. It is pretty much a stalemate here. Zeus is up last hits, but he's down somewhat considerably in the deny department. Oh, notably he is at basically the same amount of XP. I mean, this is so annoying. Just having to just take, okay, get an instant replay on this as well. That was such a quick death for D. Oof. Not great. Lich is gonna die right after, as Pohohoro would say. Lick is going to die right after, but not what you want. The Lycan into Drow lane is looking very much like this hero does nothing in this particular matchup.
Radiant's courage.
At least not on this level.
Yeah,
Maybe like God's gift to Lycan could help turn things around here, but
Yeah, the double's slow, so really rough for him.
yeah.
I'm interested to see if this is gonna be a Zeus right-click build or not, though.
Let's see what he's got queued up. Nothing very indicative so far as the answer to that.
So I think you might even be better off going right-click, just because I know you mentioned the pipe and all that. I think just right-click can do a lot of damage in these fights.
It's true, but the problem is it's like you're kind of getting a double lose there because Zeus is going to be attacking very quickly and doing low amounts of damage. Gee, sure would be a shame if there was an item specifically kit for that on the best builder in the game, huh? It's gonna be awkward, I think, no matter how you slice it as Zeus, especially with how quick PVC is dashing for this Pipe of Insight, which is definitely, for my money, the right play here. Definitely agree with that. Last game he had some item priority, build priority issues, but this time it's like, arcs right into pipe? Yes, exactly.
Yeah, he's having a lot better of a lane this game as well, so he should be able to hit his item timings a lot faster than last game, which will be really good for them.
Yep. It is notable, no lane is really taking a super significant advantage. Everybody's kind of on the same amount of last hits. Okay, that could change here. Oh, this is so awkward for D.Va. He's 2 levels down now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, last hits are pretty even, but I think XP-wise favors Radiant a lot here, I think.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can't do anything in this lane now against the level 6
No. Yeah.
Drow.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to, like, leave, or else he's just gonna have this happen to him. Where's the multi-shot? There we go. He's gonna have to just leave, or, like, call a bunch of guys to his lane, and calling a bunch of guys is how he started, at least. Zeus is here to try and get the revenge kill on Pohohoro. Mickle is here to try and get the revenge kill on Pohohoro. And does get it. Well, actually, Pages gets it. Interesting. Now that's quite the scandal in the LD2 community, I believe. Oh no, PVC, bro. You committed laning cringe against Medusa and lost your entire HP bar.
I think what Dire might even want to do is just swap lanes right now. Put the Deuce at bot. Have your support make some stacks for in the triangle there.
And just like last time, it is stack neutrals. And just like last time, you have the unfortunate volatility of stacks. It's like if you lose your stacks, and I think you can easily to the Radiant this game as the Dire. If you lose your stacks, you just lost a load of money. You just put a lot of cash in a guy's pocket in a very awkward situation. Oh no, dress courier. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Alright, Slizzy's courier died earlier. I was gonna talk about the supply chain, messing him up there a little bit of mid. Doesn't appear to have that much of an impact. Pitlord gonna take the Pitlord Express down here into this fight. Mickle is gonna find himself sent to OD jail. Oh man, this sucks. He's going to drop a casual ult. It's gonna do nothing. D.Va D is running in, doing a King's Ransom of 90 damage every auto attack. Doing a King's Ransom of 99 damage every auto attack and not even killing the OD before he dies himself. Nope, nope, sorry, let me rephrase that. Not even killing the OD.
Yeah, that fight, I was really scattered for Dire. Like, they're bringing in the support on the gyro late. Zeus is kind of in the back by himself there. And yeah, definitely way more coordination this game for Radiant than compared to last game.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to even, like, it's hard to even particularly wonder why they even got split up so badly, because Pitlord, even though this is just a level 1 Pit of Malice, he just dropped it right into the middle of the field there, and now you've basically split the fight up 3 ways that they could not really cross over. And, okay, why did this happen? Oh god, this Drow is really looking out of control here. 2k net worth advantage. Well, in fairness, like 1.1k net worth advantage over the Medusa here. It's just kind of running around killing people. 7-0-1 at the huh? What's this nonsense? Oh, that's so sad. Everyone thought the missile was going to hit Reflesky, but it's actually going to Mickle.
He's gonna die here if he's not careful. Zeus
They get the very good clean kill on the OD there. This is a very good subversion of expectations, but I don't know how deliberate it was. Well, that was not the not the Venomancer key you wanted.
Yeah, with how far behind Dire got just from the last couple fights, like, this Veno is gonna start to feel really underwhelming soon.
Yeah, Veno is definitely a hero that it's like, kind of feel the same way about Warlock, where it's like, if you're already winning, if you're in a situation where you're on top, a Venomancer can do a great job in helping you stay up there. if you are in a situation where you're not leading and you're having to play from behind, a Venomancer cannot help you in the slightest, especially if you're in this scenario where, say, a Pit Lord is charging for Pipe of Insight as fast as humanly possible, and is pretty much going to get it soon.
Dire's middle tower is under
Look at all this not damage Medusa does. Okay. All this silly scenario is happening. Let's take a look at what's happening at bot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's so sad. He was so close to getting out. Zeus dropped the World Lightning to stop the Lion ult there. A good idea by Pohoro on the Lich to immediately throw the ult there, but it does not pan out.
Yeah, Matt.
Dro just says, hell with this, I'm taking the Twin
Dire's
Gates.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think
Dire's middle tower
they need to be
has fallen.
pressuring this top tier 1 a lot more.
Radiant's
I don't know
bottom
why
tower is
the
under attack.
Pit Lord backed off there. A little bit of
Radiant
miscommunication
structures are
again.
fortified.
Drow
Yeah,
should have
maybe.
been telling them we're coming top and we can push it while they push ours, but
Roxy just has to ult here. Ults absolutely nothing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
still think this is completely fine for Dire. Like, they're pressuring the
Dire's
tower.
top tower is
Radiant
under
didn't even
attack.
get there yet. They could
Radiant's bottom tower
maybe
has
defend,
fallen.
but there's no TPs there, so just
Yep.
go on.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
One for one. I mean, if the Dire TP into that, it's a horrible spot to TP into anyway.
Radiant are scanning.
I would probably not agree with the idea of defending the top T1 Dire there. I think you just kind of get picked apart. Slizzy was very close to that and would have definitely
Dire's top
made
tower
tracks
is
even
under
faster
attack.
had that started being the case. Like, I think you just die. And you always have the Pit Lord ult. You can just drop that on somebody else, have them make a special cameo guest appearance.
Yeah, Dire lost their mid as well, so they're feeling really rough now for map control.
The good news is that they do have
Radiant's middle
they
tower
do have
is
more
under
money on the
attack.
Medusa, and they do have a good amount of change on the Zeus as well. Here's the bad news: Lycan's really far behind, and Zeus is about to lose all of his damage because, you know.
Yeah, he is going the magic build as
Yep.
well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can do the right-click Zeus build against the Pit Lord, because then his passive gets rid of all your
Dire's
right-click
top
damage.
tower is under
His
attack.
pipe gets rid of all of your like art lightning coming out damage, and you end up doing none at all. Black Otter starting out with the rocket here, though it's not going to be him that's going to be getting the kill this time. Lycan runs in as confidently as possible, but immediately has to turn around. He's not okay. Good. He's not quite that crazy.
We could definitely kill the Drow here, though.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Top tower is
Matt in
under
a very awkward spot there. I
Yeah,
don't
and
think
I
they
think we-
realized what was happening to her until it was too late.
Yeah,
Dire's
think
top
just
tower is under attack.
miscommunication from both sides there. Like,
And speaking of miscommunication, Mr. Slizzy is pushing this T2 top instead of
Radiant's
helping there,
middle
which is
tower is under attack.
not how you're going to win this game. If you're Radiant, you have to fight in this game. If you're not fighting, you're not winning. That's as simple as it gets. Especially with Roxy trying to come out. Like, he can't do this.
Radiant's
Cannot
structures
allow
are
this to happen
fortified.
as this team. This is an easy punish.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is
that's
under
I think
pipe
if
reveal on
the
Pit
OD
Lord.
I think if the OD's there, Diva D just dies. Like, he's kind of up on the ramp by himself right now.
He has moved in now, but it's very late. Come on, Sliz. Do something. He's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. Oh my God.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Reedy,
I don't know. All I
can you
say is,
imagine how much I'd flame you if you did that?
I wouldn't be playing OD, first of all. That's not. not
Let's
my-
pretend. Let's say you got all random. All right, you're in an all random game. Let's say you did that. Do you know how much I'd be flaming you if you did that?
Probably a lot. I'd probably Either get tipped or tip myself on that one.
Yeah, that's the most shocking thing is no tips came out. That is so
Week 1
sad.
or week 2, I had a really funny mishap and my team tipped me. I was just laughing the whole time.
Yeah, I believe that was in your week 2 game. I definitely recall Reedy getting tipped by J-Bay.
Oh yeah.
And then by everybody else.
That game was fun.
By the way,
stressful.
speaking of big stacks, here's some big stacks for the Radiant. Dra Ranger has just taken a very large amount of creeps here, which even after that death is still putting her about a grand ahead of the Medusa.
Yeah, she's gonna be really hard to kill once she gets the Manta there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No.
Good Lord opting for Greaves before the Crimson. I don't think I agree with that. We're very strong with a Pipe of Insight, but you really want to Greaves in a match like this, and you really don't want to get caught by 5 and just die randomly while you're totally alone. That doesn't help you. You not know why he was there. Kind of walking around this thing as well, which did not help his ability to stay hidden during that.
Yeah, they don't even have vision up there, so if you don't have vision, you should be playing in that area.
Robo on the Drow Ranger. So he's just sticking with a Philosopher's Stone. So if he's using magic, that's going to be pretty annoying for the other team. TP in. Good Lord's here. The shard is going out. Not the shard, the missile is going out. It's not even going to reach its destination. Very sad. Gyrocopter shard is ready, but he needs to bring it out the courier. I don't know what he's waiting for necessarily.
I think if Dire had a ward on the cliff there, I think this is a fight they take, but since they don't, they shouldn't take this fight.
Again, Slizzy, I know you got the Meteor Hammer, and I know you got the Meteor Hammer to be a funny pushing guy, but you really need to fight. If your lineup looks like this, you cannot be splitting. Well, let me break it down for you like this. I don't care if you have a Meteor Hammer. If you want to have a split push contest, spoilers, you don't win. This man wins the split pushing contest. They're gonna TP everybody mid. If they don't get the Slizzy, nothing like happens here. Blackadder trying to direct traffic, but yeah, Slizzy just walks away. Okay, so they TP'd 5 to try and stop Slizzy from split pushing, and they didn't even kill him.
Yeah, good vision in the Dire jungle there was the reason he got away, I believe.
Part of it, and a part of it was just it was a fairly unsubtle move anyway. Like, oh gee, all these guys who are prepping for a fight around top D1 suddenly disappeared. I wonder where they could be going. The one other place on the map? Lots of movement heading here into the Radiant jungle. This is a very ambitious TP, I must say, by Fahoro. Who I believe has perhaps allowed her ambition to get ahead of herself there.
Yeah, I think earlier we saw Peaches die trying to D-ward, and then now we see the Lich, so both supports throwing their life away there to D-ward. It's a little odd.
Oh my god, PVC made his Kobold just go wait somewhere else. It's bad gold efficiency. It's very sad. That's your friend, PVC! This man is your friend! He fights for freedom. I'm gonna look at the Kobold's inventory for a minute. I know some people like it when I show everybody's inventories. There's the Kobolds. Rainbow of TPs coming in here on bot. Slizzy just revealed blank there. He still can't hit his Meteor Hammer though. It's not gonna matter if the person he was about to drop on still dies anyway though. Not a great start for the Dire here. Now lost their entire support line. Mechanism comes out on the Underlord, is gonna start to reverse his fight a little bit. Good timing in the Manta style from Roxyroro, probably just saved his life. Probably, anyway. Oh, no. Oh, come on, Sliz. Nope. I mean, this time he at least has an excuse. They're still going here. Roxy did just get hit by Rough Arrow. Tried to go for the Slizzy here. They are probably going to get him, but it's wasting a lot of time. They're going to lose the Zeus as well. No, they're actually not going to get him. Slizzy, frame perfect, blinks out of his jail. Okay, Matt. A little trouble, but the Gus is going to stop that just fine. Oh my god, Slizzy, you're like 0 for 4. Slizzy, don't build this item on the 0 if you can't make that timing, my man, please. Oh dear. Watching Slizzy not get Meteor Hammer drops is killing me a little bit here. Definitely feels like it's not the worst idea, perhaps, to put a little bit more time in the field in your pub games, or put a little time in the field in like your demo, in your demo room, demo hero, to nail that. Reedy is still with us?
Yep.
What's your opinion on these Meteor Hammers?
I can't even say shit. I think it was last season I picked it one time mid, and I haven't played it since way long ago.
Okay, Mikkel is just super dead. Wow. He didn't even get to do anything. He just died in a second flat. Ambitious Lit Troll does not quite get what it wants done, but it's probably okay with how this fight turns out in any case. Slizzy has given up on trying to Meteor Hammer people. Land at the side of the fight there, by the way. It's completely draining all of Venomancer's mana, so his Venom mana. So he can't actually do anything in the fight, which is probably good. Bitches! Bitches use their T2! 3, 6, 7, 8. Bitches all your skills too! That's why you died. Listen, I don't mean to, I don't mean to talk poo-poo about somebody, but I've been in a, well, it wasn't in, but I was spectating a pub where Pages was in it, and she had 4 unspent levels of skills.
That's really rough.
Not today, though. Today she only has 1. Oh, okay, she got a 4th point of Poison Sting. Okay, there we go. Congratulations, Pages.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And got the Wisdom Rune as well. Medusa going with the exact same build again. I don't know, Chief. Oh, she did go the eggs this time, you're right. I did not notice that. Good job, Medusa.
Still going for the Daedalus right after, though. But this Drow is just... seems like it's gonna get farther and farther ahead. Now that the OD is actually showing up the fights, it's making a big difference for Radiant.
Yeah. PVC has interrupted his Greaves mission to pick up a Vanguard at least, which is a good start. It's gonna make him like so much harder to kill in this game, basically, because all they can do is just right-click with the pipe and just hope the Atrophy Ore doesn't stop the damage. And now he's just so hard to kill. They're all taking the Pit Lord Express here. 5 man through the Pit Lord Express while smoked. Dire is responding by pulling everyone out under the T1 here. I don't think they realize that they... Oh no, that's the wrong person to randomly find first here. Well, that's okay, Slizzy. We're gonna hit that one either. You're doing that way too early. That's like... That would be too early even for the old timing, I think.
Yeah, we're seeing deja vu here again, though. Like, Radiant just runs away, and they can't kill anybody on Dire.
Diva D just has to turn around in the middle of the go. Oh man, that's so nasty for Matt. Got caught in a horrible spot, but this is a great Lich ult, great multi-shot. Great timing on the Lich to call the there at the very last second. Definitely saved the Drow's life there, I think. Made that so much worse. Great play there in that fight by Radiant. And overall, you get 5 for 1. All you lose in that is Lion. If you're killing a Medusa, 26 minutes for pretty much no loss, 3,000 gold falls into your pocket, you're saying that's fine with me. That is A-okay with me. In particular, Drow took nearly an entire another grand, is now 3k ahead of Roxyroro. The OD took a pretty big chunk of change there as well, and notably, the support that took the beneficiary out of that was Lich, who is a hero that I do think, you know, as far as your support lines go, this is a hero that is going to be able to do a little bit more with a little chunk of change than the average bear. You catch my drift? My mouse, Joy-Con drift! Speaking of catching my drift.
I don't think neither team did Tormentor yet, right?
Nope. Tormentor here, Tormentor here. No, Medusa is looking like she wants to do it.
I was meant to have
Oh my god, PVC walked into the biggest bounty ever seen. So he just gave everybody on the team. He got another bounty digging it up! So that's 400 free gold for everybody on the Radiant out of nowhere. Well, actually, it's 5 gold on top of that as well. You know, 405 gold. And Tormentor is now going to be done by the Radiant. Also going to freshen up this stack up here. Gonna be a nice thing for Drow, who almost accidentally denied the Wisdom Rune there. Yep, Drow is just going to take this out.
Yeah, she's almost up about
5k.
about 5,000 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're about to walk on this lichen here. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro, doesn't matter. Do you remember what I said earlier about this lichen guy?
Yeah, his lane went way worse than what I thought. Like that double slow lane with the frost arrows plus lich. He just didn't have.
Yeah, didn't have any.
The Venno wasn't really a factor either. Like the dot damage doesn't do shit against the frost shield.
Crimson is now up on the Pit Lord here. So it's just gonna make things even worse for both Medusa and for the Lyke. And Medusa did beat them. Oh no, she is not. She is, instead of Daedalus this game, has opted to go for MKB instead. Huh. Interesting.
Maybe she thinks the Drow's going for a butterfly, so she's like preemptively getting an MKB. I don't know.
She does have a butterfly already, actually.
Oh,
That would likely be why.
Right. Yeah, I think the OD pick is paying off dividends for Radiant here as well. Like they just astral the Dusa and just kill everybody else, and then
Yep.
that's one way to deal with her.
I mean, they have so much setup that anybody who goes to OD jail, if you're just patient, just blow them up the second they come out. Oh my god, they're gonna try to do Roche. Roche ain't here yet, though.
Radiant's middle tower
About to
is
come
under
through,
attack.
bash some people if they're staying in the area.
Nope, that's very sad. Okay, they randomly got ulted by Mickle. Maybe Spidey senses that this Roche is about to get done. Well, Radiant are putting themselves into ambush positions here. They're waiting for Dire to try and come in and retaliate on this.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
gonna
think
take the Lion.
first. That's the right call, but see.
Yeah, they lost the Lycan Fort immediately. Really good Medusa ult, though. Yeah, the Medusa ult comes out huge. The retaliation from the Drow is not, but I mean, it doesn't matter here. Yeah, God like Matt is beyond his own name at this point.
Yeah, I think.
Quick, randomly stun.
I think it's getting close to the point where it's looking grim for Dire.
They tipped too much. I think they tipped their hand too much. They were going to intercept that Roche attempt. Like this when Mikkel used the Whirl Lightning there, every single person on Radiant just immediately got to ambush positions there. They did find the Lion, but even finding the Lion, they still didn't even get rid of him. Well, they did get rid of him. He did buy back, but they got rid of him after 2 of their own guys had already died. 2.5k gold swing, 6k lead on the part of Drow Ranger. Even the OD has now passed the Medusa. And now they just turn around and go right back to Roche, and I mean, just do it now. I mean, why not, right? He hasn't even regened all the way back up yet.
Yeah, they just lack burst on Dire too. Like, yeah, they have the Zeus, but like you said,
What doesn't matter? This, and on top of that, Bitlord's mechanism is able to reset the fight in a way that nobody on the enemy team has like anything that looks like that. Like, Lycan is not an aura builder. He can't really do that and be fine and get away with it. Gyrocopter went for the Ghost Scepter instead of trying to go for something that looks like an aura. And the Venomancer is sitting on, about the same amount of gold. Has the Drum, has the Forestaff, which are both good. There's just no auras on this team whatsoever. Oh, has the Bongo Boots, actually. No auras whatsoever. And so they're not able to impact a fight in the same way that the Pit Lord, who not only has his, there he is, not only has that, the auras, but he's also potentially, I mean, he could get that Atrophy Aura bonus again. Just pump it up even more at his next perk level.
Yeah, I think the Dire support duo is just a lot weaker than it was game 1 with the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
Like Veno, Gyro, they fall behind and you can't really do anything. Whereas Radiant, you have stun, Hex, you have like a mini stun with the Lich Pull, and then Lich ulti is just like really good. Finger 2, burst damage, so.
Medusa has finished her MK base, there's that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Drow unfortunately has Aegis.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's not the real deal, is it? This is the real deal. I thought that was a fake, that was a fake Dusa. Good timing on the smoke there saves Veno's life.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, the little Lich Spire. What the hell? Okay.
Radiant's
Somebody is trying to get Lion killed. Slow siege here. Of course, you got a Medusa, so you know it's going to be relatively slow. Venomancer has decided the correct course of action with his ult is to hit the guy with the Pipe of Insight. EVD has taken mid T2 while this is happening. They're going to have to hurry up here. If they just stand at the T3 and don't do something, well, for starters, Matt's eventually just going to get knocked down. AKB has come out to start off the second life here. Everybody on Dire is so antsy to committing to this. Not Dire, sorry. Everybody on the Radiant, very antsy to committing themselves there, very willing to just kind of stay back and hope nothing bad happens. So at this point, they've lost a T2 and they've lost an Aegis for half of a T3. Which is not really a worthwhile trade. They've killed nobody in this process.
Yeah, it's painful to watch. Like I don't think they can stay here now without Aegis.
No. And the
just
team has
board.
accepted this and are just
Radiant's
walking to
bottom
mid to try and get
tower
this
is under
T2
attack.
instead. But we're
Yeah,
going for the
I thought
halberd
they-
instead of the greaves, which I don't like that either. Come on, PVC. You started off so good this time.
I think they could have had a free Peaches kill there if they would have stopped and warded that cliff, like a fake back. Because you saw Peaches like immediately came out to de-ward the cliff, even though there was nothing there. But if they had vision, they could have easily got the kill.
Radiant's bottom tower
But they're
is
just gonna
under
settle
attack.
for tier 2, looks like.
Drow is not happy with settling here. He's still taking a very forward, aggressive position.
Dire's middle tower
But
is under
it's not
attack.
going to get anybody. Drow looking at data listen to Satanic.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Medusa's just doing her GG jungle. Mikkel takes about a third of his HP bar to Drow before she even looks at him. Just blind multi-shot and he's already a third dead. Radiant say let's take the Tormentor, hard to argue with that. It would be much harder for Dire to actually win a fight where they do not have the uphill in the T3. Their beck and call. Fortunately for them, this Tormentor has not spawned yet. As they did not do this Tormentor even close to 20.
Dire's bottom
I'm going to
tower
try
is under
and
attack.
poke this tower from downhill here. With nobody home, Drow does about as much damage to this T3 tower bot as has been done to the top T3 with so much siege going on. It's kind of interesting. Kind of caught the Lich out there, but
Radiant's top tower is
I
under
don't think
attack.
much is gonna happen as a result of it. Drow going for a cheeky multi-shot, finds nothing. Once again, I believe the free Lycan Wolves on Waves is... Yep, he has got that. Free Lycan Wolves on Waves is pushing things out here, and this is an interesting decision to try and pull out here and now. I think I would have at least wanted to get the T3 here, so you don't risk a glyph when you're coming back in.
Yeah, I feel like Radiant kind of is stalling now.
Yeah. It does
They were
feel...
in control when they had Aegis pushing high ground there, and then they just lost it. Now they're kind of like
Uh-oh.
falling back.
DVC, they found him in a very awkward position here. But he immediately gets a good disarm on Medusa. Does not matter, he's still gonna go down, but they lost so much getting that done. Where Slizzy is never even gonna get to try again.
Oh,
That's
why
definitely-
Dire's so scared there.
Definitely a win for the Dire, just taking out the Pit Lord there. I think they're underestimating the amount that Pit Lord personally does to protect his team in these fights. And major gold swing there favoring Dire, most of the gold going right to Zeus, who is at least getting somewhat close to his axe now. Also has himself a Ghost Scepter to join the Gyrocopter. Likely Vino eventually. Medusa getting rather close to Scotty. She's not particularly close to her level 25 trait, which makes it really shine, but she'll get there one day. Honestly, she gets that, and then replaces her wand out with a blank. She can get really scary really fast. Just sit right on top of Drow's head and just kind of eat her. Pit Lord has a lot of auras, not the best at dealing with that. Somebody is shooting fireworks off to celebrate America's day before, like the day before, the day before, the day before America became an independent country. Okay, pop quiz, Reedy. If you don't get this right, you're really going to disappoint me. What year? What year comes after July 4th?
What year?
Yes.
Well, pretty sure we became a country in 1776.
There we go.
1777.
July 4th, 1776. And that's why people used to say the spirit of 76, but they don't say that anymore. Pitlord has correctly identified what the weak point in his strategy in the last fight was, which is not being next to his team. Slizzy has not identified what the weak point last time was, so somebody does probably need to take care of this lane. It would be very awkward to have that happen at a bad time, but I don't know. Yeah, Radiant's been caught here. I don't know how much they realize it. Good reposition there from Godlike Map, but this time... Okay, there we go. There we go. BVC's playing this well. The second that this, like, it looks scary, immediate no hesitation on the Crimson Guard comes right out. Also soaks up a very large part of the output from that Medusa ult. Another brilliant looking Lich ult. Medusa is just dead. Slizzy has come in. Slizzy played this really well as well. I was a little worried about his impact on this particular play, but he did a good flanking maneuver from where he was at mid. Just came in and just iced the Lycan before he could get away. The only survivor is Zeus, and I don't think Zeus is going to protect this uphill very well, honestly. Wisdom Rune here. Lion's going to nab it. It's one buyback, and quite a while before Medusa comes up. It is a little hard to see this tower not just immediately dying and the Rax falling. This team is not done with just one Rax, but okay. The team is not happy to see that happen. OD got a Dagon. Awesome.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty safe to say it's probably over. One more fight in the base here, and that'll be it.
Immediately just gonna go here too. Underlord is missing. Diva D is upset that Underlord got through, I guess. So immediately gonna take it to these mid-racks, which are just dying in no time flat. So much damage coming out of this team. I like Slizzy blinked onto that creep. Yeah, they do not want to take the Medusa. So they're just gonna Rainbow TP out to their really bad lane here at top. Try to fix it. OD's gonna pick up a few levels of Dagon. This is probably okay.
They're playing it safe. They're probably waiting for the 45-minute Roche.
More than likely, yeah.
But I still feel like they could have stayed there, honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
Did 30. I think they're underestimating their strength, but...
Oh, probably a little bit. But this is not a case where underestimating your strength is probably going to do bad. As long as they immediately get aggressive with the Aegis once they pull it out. Something that we saw from this team in week 1 was a very unfortunate game where Matt picked up an Aegis, they let the entire thing expire, and only then did they go out and try to fight. Which is obviously a very unacceptable way to try and finish out this game. If they take the 45-minute Roche, immediately take it to top, it's very difficult to see how the Dire can possibly defend. Once again, another scouting ult coming out from Mikkel. I don't know what Slizzy's doing here. Just saying hello to Pages, I guess. And he and Pages were at my last server event, so you know there's that. We got to see a depressing Steven Seagal movie where he pretended to be Native American. And he was like kind of racist about it. He was like, oh, Native Americans have to stop believing in their mythos and culture and have to start believing in fact. As stated by me, a Native American. And not some guy from Ohio named Steven Seagal. I can't do his voice right now. I can usually do it, not today. Some other time, guys, sorry. I'll have had to listen to his voice a little more recently.
So they got the Aegis cheese now.
Yeah, I mean, this looks,
Textbook.
looks like it's all over but the crying. You might see a miracle here, but it would take a couple of miracles to pull it back at this point. Not when Drow's 10k ahead of the Dusa. Sliz just got his Dagon 5. Zeus walked into the Meteor Hammer. T3 down. Hags, by the way, on the draw here. I like the Manta dodge of the first call down rather than the more damaging second or the gyrocopter rocket.
Susie's in pretty deep.
Yeah. Susie's in pretty deep, and his team is not playing like he is. Very far back compared to what he's got done here. Definitely cannot just turn around and go home on this. Cheese gets eaten. Okay, goodbye, DVD. Eliminated from existence. Medusa soon to follow. Yep. Slizzy is godlike. All dire barracks have fallen. The Radiant now has mega creeps. They're not willing to let this go, though. They think they can win the Mega's defense. It's gonna be very tough. You have quite a lot of ground to make up. Somebody wants to keep playing this Dota game for like 5.5 hours. Not DVD, though, who's going to take the first to die back here and be completely eliminated, probably from this entire game. No, still following here, just does not care. She has still got that Aegis. He finally got one! He finally got one! Did you see that?
Yeah. It's always the last one that counts, so.
Oh my god. It's like a new day. What did you expect, Mikkel? Diva D calls Jiva G, and we're going home.
Dire's ancient is under
Are you serious?
Well, that wasn't quite as bad as it was, Kitty complained, on stream. Oh, Matt calls Roxy a deuce picker. Not very nice, Matt. It's not as bad as Kitty advertised it on stream, I don't think. Oh.
Nah, I think game 1 was a little bit closer than game 2, but still both good games.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were really just leaning too much on the Dusa here in this particular game. The Lycan pick, I don't know. I just don't like Lycan into the Pit Lord if my position in this game was not made clear enough. It's like, he makes it bad for you to try and fight. He makes you do no damage. He turns you into a runaway machine. Now, he's not great at killing you, but he just kind of turns you into a runaway machine, and we kind of saw it there. Like, it felt like the poor Diva D, who already had a very rough lane, laning up against the Drow and Drow Lich, which very nasty for him. Just constantly kept him under control. Walked out of, if you look at the net worth, yeah, at 10 minutes, he's not looking too hot. It's about 1,000, almost 2,000 down from who he was laning against. Not the best scenario. Not the best scenario. I think the decision to lean on the OD. I don't know what that was about. The decision to lean on the OD here was definitely a good one. It's definitely a hero that they could build their team around. Like I said at the top of the chart, the OD here had the potential to make or break this game. The play was going to make or break the game, and he had some very rough incidents with this particular item. But overall, I think it came out to their favor. Just the OD and the Pit Lord, like, you know, a 3 million IQ man predicted. It just felt so impossible for them to fight into it early. Most of their drops were kind of just fumbles. They have much better play out of the Lich. They have much better play out of the Lich compared to where they had been in the last game. The Disruptor, kind of rough. Lich turned out very good. And yeah, I don't know, anything more to add to that, Reedy?
Not really. They played better in game 2 for sure, Radiant team. I think their draft was overall better. And yeah, the offlane Lycan lane went a lot better for Radiant than I expected, so I think that the Drow going like 7-0 in lane definitely propelled her to have a good game here.
Well, as they say, if you're somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, but there are plenty of stand-in spots, there are plenty of places to get in, and queues popping everywhere. I had some really miserable games today, so don't queue with me, I guess, but queues popping everywhere. And we'll see you next time for probably this team.